So this is amendments session for CA Inter students, auditing and assurance. First and foremost important thing I would like to clarify, this video I am doing on behalf of, for the sake of my students, whoever have joined with me for the classes. And every one of you are aware, in August 2021, I have issued a latest material. Even those whoever purchased auditing subject individually or under subscription model, I have uploaded even the latest classes which were recorded on or after August 2021 onwards. That material is absolutely updated. That is completely updated. And inside that, 3 or 4 small amendments were missing, and only those amendments I am covering here. Already I have given you the latest classes. Even before August 2021, I have given a material which is updated up to March 2021. So March 2021 edition, those students, like especially those students who are following my 18 hours marathon on CA Inter, probably you would have been downloaded March 2021, or if at all any of you started watching my marathon recently, you would have uploaded August, you would have downloaded August, whatever edition it is. Both the materials, March edition material, August edition material, they were completely updated. They were absolutely updated except the following. And in fact, the institute very recently only have released what are the additional amendments that are applicable for December 2021 exams. And first and foremost important thing, for December exams, with respect to Caro 2016 is what applicable. Caro 2020 is not applicable. Maybe in the study material of the ICI, Caro 2020 is given. But in the recent amendments, amended chapters for December exams, if you see the company audit amended chapters for December exams, Caro 2016 is only given. Even this is what, this is Caro 2016 is only I covered, even in the latest my recordings or even in my previous recordings. Even in the marathon also, what I have covered is Caro 2016 only. So with respect to Caro, I think I have clarified. Now, the major amendments were one with respect to company audit, and very minor amendment that happened is in items of financial statements. Of course, if you look at the ICA material, suppose if I go to the ICA material, only these 3 chapters were covered: chapter 5, chapter 9, chapter 10. You see the chapter 5, that is fraud and responsibilities of auditor. There is an amendment inside this chapter relating to 143 section, relating to 143, but I am not covering this because the same is once again repeated in company audit amendments. The same is once again repeated in company audit amendments. So technically speaking, whatever the academically updated chapter given for November 2021, nothing but December exams, chapter 5 you need not even look at, because chapter 10 covers a chapter 5 related amendment, and the only one leftover chapter is chapter 9, which contains an additional amendment, items of financials. So technically speaking, we have only 2 chapters, where there were very few amendments for CA Inter, auditing and assurance for December exams. Point number 1, Caro 2016 is applicable. Now, for this, I even made a material. But before that, one point I would like to cover. What is an amendment that was there in the items of financials? Audit of items of financial statements, first of all, is a general chapter. It is not something related to any law. So there is no question of amendment that can come into picture. However, especially in audit of items of financial statements, there are some concepts relating to audit of share capital, audit of bonus shares, audit of sweat equity shares, audit of ESOP, audit of shares issued for cash other than cash likewise. Few of these audit procedures are linked with company law. Suppose sweat equity shares. Sweat equity shares, how we audit? First of all, sweat equity shares are issued by virtue of section 54 of the company law. Inside that, there was an amendment long ago, and that amendment is covered already in the classes. Once again, I'm covering here. That's it. We all know once upon a time, it's not now, it is not existing, and many of you, most of you would have already been aware of it, because under company law this is most stressed point at CA Inter paper to company law. This is one of the most important amendment. It is already covered for this is an amendment applicable for May 21 exams itself long ago. It's not a new amendment. But once again, since institute updated with respect to audit material, once again we are covering. Earlier, once upon a time, a company can issue sweat equity shares only after commencing business, only after 1 year. Until 1 year from the date of commencement of business, until 1 year from the date of commencement of business, a company is prohibited to issue sweat equity shares. Now that 1 year time limit is removed with a view to promote startups. 1 year time limit is removed, which means technically a company, it may be newly incorporated company or existing company, well established existing company, that doesn't matter. It can issue sweat equity shares whenever they want. Today I incorporated, tomorrow I can issue sweat equity shares. No such 1 year time limit. So that is one amendment which is there in the auditing. This amendment came long back. It is amended in law books, but it is not amended in audit book. That too, as part of this chapter, it was not amended. Now institute officially said that amendment is covered even in this. That's it. And now coming to company audit. With respect to CA Inter, we totally have 4 amendments. 143 subsection 3 clause J. We all know 143 subsection 3 has 10 checklist items. Inside that, the last one, J checklist, earlier we have 3 subclauses: pending litigations, provisions for losses, investor education protection fund amount to be transferred. So earlier we have 3. Now 3 more clauses were added. Fourth clause, fifth clause, sixth clause were added. Inside the fourth clause, there are 3 more subclauses. So this is one thing which is added newly. Next, penalty under 140 subsection 3. This is regarding resignation of auditor. Okay, resignation of auditor. Earlier, when the auditor resigned, he has to file a form, right? ADT2 form. Sorry, ADT3 form he has to file with ROC within 30 days of the resignation. If he did not file, immediately there is a penalty. Fixed penalty, variable penalty. What is fixed penalty? 50,000 rupees or auditor's remuneration, whichever is lower. Maximum how much it can reach, and plus that is a fixed penalty. In addition to that, variable penalty is there. From 31st day onwards, every day 500 per day penalty variable is there. So fixed penalty plus variable maximum is how much? Earlier 5 lakhs. Now that maximum limit, no, nothing, very simple. Maximum limit of 5 lakhs is revised to 2 lakhs. That's the only amendment. By the way, now here I want you to remember, observe this important, whatever I'm going to say. I'm not going to explain each and every amendment. I already did for CA final amendments and for company audit. Same amendments that are there even for you with respect to company audit chapter. What you have to do, at the end of this video, I attached my CA final amendments video, or else you just open YouTube channel. You just click on that CA Harsha. Just you go inside that. Very recently, 2 days ago, CA final P3 advanced auditing amendments video was added for around 40 minutes. Most of this video talks about company audit related amendment only. So what you have to do, you have to watch this video. I'm not covering amendments once again for CA Inter students exclusively. Same video you have to watch. I'm just giving you a brief idea what amendments were covered. This resignation of auditor related amendment already covered in CA final. Same thing is applicable. Ceiling limit related amendment, there is a small amendment. So there are some companies which are not covered within ceiling limit. With respect to that, there is a very small amendment that is also covered in that CA final amendments video. And 143 subsection 3 under clause J, earlier we have 1, 2, 3 subclauses. Now we are having 4, 5, 6 subclauses. Inside 4, 3 more subclauses we have. Getting it? So this is also detailedly covered even in CA final video. You have to watch it in the CA final video for sure. In addition to that, for CA Int students, there is one additional amendment which is relevant is 143 subsection 3. We all know, suppose the auditor has reason to believe that a fraud has been committed in the company. Nothing but if the stat auditor of the company identified a fraud, if it is more than 1 crore, he has to report to central government. more than or equal to 1 crore within 60 days. If it is less than 1 crore, he has to report to board of directors or audit committee, and they need to present it in the board of directors report. This is the broad provision. Now, that provision we all know, 143.12, it is applicable even for cost auditor of the company and secretarial auditor of the company. That provision is applicable not only for stat auditor, it is applicable even for cost auditor. Even if the cost auditor identified any fraud, he shall also comply with 143 subsection 12. If it is more than or equal to 1 crore, report to central government. That formality is applicable even for cost auditor. That formality is even applicable for secretarial auditor. Now, inside that 143 subsection 13, they just brought one penalty provision. Suppose if any statutory auditor, any auditor or cost accountant, company secretary does not comply with 143 subsection 12, means they detected, they identified, but they did not report. In such a case, in case you are an auditor for listed company, they are liable for a penalty of 5 lakh rupee. In case of any other company, they are liable to pay a penalty of 1 lakh rupee. This is one additional amendment. What is it regarding? Once again, I'll just cover. So 143 subsection 12, fraud reporting, duty to report fraud to central government. If it is more than or equal to 1 crore, central government. If it is less than 1 crore, to board of directors, plus board of directors should mention the details in board report. Suppose if you fail, first of all, this point is applicable for stat auditor, cost auditor, secretarial auditor. If any of them did not report to central government whatever fraud identified by them, getting it, then suppose if it is a case of listed company, then 5 lakhs penalty. If it is any other company, then 1 lakh penalty. So that's it. This is what 143 subsection 3 penalty provision. To best of my knowledge, generally ICI will not test on penalty clauses, because it is waste of time testing penalty clauses, because it is not something reasonable or something logical to test penalty provisions. But still, very rare cases, 1 or 2 marks question might come on penalty. For that reason, you may have to study this once. That's it. And by the way, for CA inter students, amendments material for company audit. This material, same material I have used for CA final also. Same material I have used in the CA final amendments video also. Same material, every one of you can find it in the following application. If you are an Android user, open Play Store, Shrestha for CA and CMA, SHRESHTA, Shrestha for CA and CMA. Download that, login into it. Okay, I mean, once you downloaded login, you will find left side top corner menu, 3 lines something you'll find. Click on that. Study material you will find. Click on that. CA Inter you will find. Click on that. Paper 6 auditing you will find. Click on that. Latest edition material something you'll find. Open that folder. First, you will find CA Inter amendments P6 something. Amendments, download that. So you will get this material. Keep that material with you and watch this video once again. That's it. I mean, not this video, CA final amendments video. Whatever CA final amendments video I showed, right, just which I uploaded 2 days ago, you just watch it. Only one amendment, you may have to watch it in the ICA material. Anyhow, here when I'm explaining, I think you would have noted it down already in your book. Please note it down. This material alone, the auditor, cost accountant, company secretary who fail to report under 143 subsection 12, they are liable for a penalty of 5 lakhs in case of listed company, 1 lakh in case of other companies. That's it. Only these are the amendments. So broadly, how many amendments we have is totally 143, one amendment. 140 subsection 3, resignation related, 2 lakhs maximum ceiling limit amendment, penalty under 143, fraud reporting, and items of financials, wet equity covered. These are the only amendments. And once again, I'm reminding you, Caro 2016 is what applicable for December exams, whether you are a CA inter students or whether you are a CA final student. That's it. With this, amendment session is done. Kindly refer to the CA final amendments video after downloading the amendments material, whatever I have showed you. Please download it from Shrestha app. Suppose if you are an iPhone user or iPad, if you are an iOS user, you just have to download Class Plus application. Open App Store, download Class Plus application. After downloading Class Plus application, you will have to log in. for which it will ask you org code, organization code. For Android users, directly you can log in. REST app you can find. But for iOS users, you don't find REST app in App Store. You just have to download Class Plus. org code JKSAA. JKSAA, 5 characters. You just have to enter that, then enter your mobile number, then log in. That's it. I hope every one of you understood. If you're having any doubts, please post it as a comment here. The reason why I didn't upload amendments video till date is there are hardly half an hour to 1 hour amendments. There are no more amendments because the material which I followed, which I have used or gave for CA final students or CA inter students is very much updated. Very much updated. Latest materials only I use. That's the reason why for my students there are no much amendments. That's it. Thank you. All the best. Don't take much of stress. Be cool. During this last 10-15 days you have to be fully peaceful and study with confidence. Don't plan something new. Don't change your preparation strategies, all that. Whatever you originally decided, follow that. That's it.